everybody, I am Zora.
And I'm Warren.
And welcome home. Today's video,
greedy real estate agents. We're going to talk about the truth of how much real estate agents make.
Truth is, depends on the agent.
Here's some statistics. 10% of agents do 90% of the work.
Statistically, the first year in real estate, most agents do 2 to 3 transactions. 2 to 3 transactions.
When you look at a $15,000 to $30,000 commission, you think that they're rich based off this, right? Well, here's the thing. You know, it generally takes 3 to 5 years to get some consistent business. Some might not make any, some actually do really well their first year. It all depends. Some people get very lucky, but if they do well their first year, they might do nothing their next year. So let's talk about another statistic. Okay, I'm gonna say 90%. And so wait, let's get down to what that really means. If real estate agents make so much money, that $15,000, $30,000 commission, if it's, expensive, then why do 90% of real estate agents fail?
Well, let's talk about what real estate agents really make.
For starters, your agent is not getting that full 6% commission. Okay, it's actually getting split up between 2 different people. When
you go into a transaction and, maybe someone wants to list your property, you ask them, how much are you gonna charge me? Some may say 6%. From that 6%, your realtor is not getting paid that full 6%.
That's the truth. Both agents on either side of the transaction have to eat. So what happens is the person who's selling the home and the seller's agent sets the commission rate. If they say 6%, they're also going to set the rate that they pay the buyer's agents. Side note, this is something you're doing, pay attention, because buyers are going to like to see a commission that is a decent size, and your agent, for you sellers, gets to decide what size the buyer's commission is. Technically, we're supposed to take care of our clients and show them everything, but there's some not so good agents out there, and that might miss you a sale. 3%, we're generally going to get half. 3% on a $500,000 home is still 15 grand, right? No, it's not.
What you also have to think about is that every agent they have to hang their license with a broker unless they are a broker themselves.
Right.
How it works is that an agent goes and takes their licensing exam and they become a realtor. Once they become a realtor, they hang that license, that real estate license, under a broker. That broker that they hang their license under gets commission off of every single sale they make. We can make another video about the different types of brokerages if that's something that you guys want to see, but depending on the broker, they will charge different amounts.
Yep.
For the per commission.
Yep, so I started on what was called a 40-60 split. So, or 60-40. I'm supposed to keep 60%, they keep 40%. With that being said, generally, depending on the broker and the scale, it's 10 to 70%. These brokerages oftentimes reset yearly, and so if you don't do enough transactions, you'll never see that 10%. And so for those starting out with 3 transactions a year,
2 to 3, yeah, right.
You're going to see that 60% the entire year. So you're not going to get past it.
Now that we've talked your commission splits, after that 3% is split in half nearly by the broker, that
$15,000.
Yeah, the $15,000 now is about $7,500, and we can begin to talk about your overhead, your agent overhead. So we've got E&O insurance.
We've got charged franchise fees and other fees that can bring that 60-40 split to a 40-60 split. And all of a sudden the agent's walking away at 40% instead.
Now we're at a place where we can subtract monthly office fees, desk fees. In addition to the E&O insurance and stuff, we're going to subtract our MLS dues, which can be another $2,000 each year. There's also association dues, lockbox fees that you have to pay, and gas fees. So if you're a buyer, we're driving you around without being paid. Because what a lot of people don't know is that realtors don't get paid until you close a transaction.
With that being said too, agents are going to pay for things during these transactions. We haven't even talked about the fact they pay for marketing, they pay for getting the house staged, things like that. They pay for photos, they might cover your home warranty, they do all kinds of stuff. And even after they do all of this, if your transaction falls apart, guess what? They don't get that money back.
Nope.
So That's another subject. Anyways, to give people an idea, my office fees were over $160 a month. My last year association fees were over $1,200, and my MLS services costed me high 800s. I was at a monthly cost of about $345 just to operate monthly. This didn't have anything to do with gas, any of my expenses towards actually dealing with any of the listings I did, none of that. That's just getting by day to day.
Just to hold an active license.
Just to hold a license, whether I do business or not.
So after all is said and done, the agent is left with about $4,000 after
that average sale of like a $500,000 home.
Right, depending on where you live. Divide that number between the number of hours that they're working for you, and it averages to about $30 an hour.
Right.
Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But then you realize that in order to achieve that goal, the agent spends every single day more than, 10 to 12 hours a day trying to get that lead, trying to get clients, because that's something that you have to do actively every single day in order to get that $4,000 or that $30 an hour.
Right. And so they're spending all this time trying to get those leads and get those clients outside of that transaction, and they're paying for the marketing for that. So, go get a degree or something.
Now, put that into perspective. $4,000 in 1 month is great.
Right.
But what if it's your first year? You're that first year agent, and it took you 3 to 4 months to get that first transaction.
Yep.
And then throughout another 6 months to get your next transaction. You're doing 2 to 3 transactions, and you end up making $12,000 for the whole year.
Yep. Do you think you could survive off $12,000 in a year? And this is why 90% of real estate agents fail. It might be worth it to become that 10% of agents doing 90% of the business, but you got to make it to that steady point that might be 5 years in. If you can make it, you can do 4 years at $12,000 per year. It might be higher. You might do great.
Right.
You might do less.
And on average, too, I've heard that agents do statistically do better and better each year. But then again, some have better years, some have worse years. So your first year could be great, your second year could be bad, and so on and so forth.
Right. There was a person in your office at one point, I think, did 2 years. Second year was fantastic. Third year, nothing. Crickets. But fourth year, picked right back up.
Right.
You don't really know. That's why we wanted to shed some light on how much do real estate agents really make. That agent you see that's giving you a call that is pulling up and their Bentley might not be doing as well as you think. So next time you think an agent is glamorous and living an amazing lifestyle and they're greedy and rich, ask yourself, do you actually know their finances or how they're doing? Reach out to a real estate agent, see how they're doing.
See if they need anything.
You're right. They'll probably tell you they're doing great, but they might be eating top ramen. You'll find that. I don't know. Oh, that's it.
So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content just like this. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'd love to hear your feedback. I am Zora.
I'm Warren,
and
now you know.